Good morning, class. This is our second class in Excel. So first of all, I'll do a review with you, and then I'll add some new work. So first of all, we're going to go to View. Remember View. And we want to go to Zoom. And remember, this is called a radio button in front of Custom, and you want to click on that. And the 100 is highlighted, so you want to put in 140 and press Enter. And now your screen is just a little bit bigger. Last day, remember that we put in the months of the year, April. I'll start with April this time. And now, remember your thin black crosshairs. You're going to drag your fill handle down so that the months repeat. Now, leave the highlight on and note, remember, we can drag to the right. So let's drag to about column F. And now you see that all the Septembers, Novembers, Decembers do not fit in. Remember, we clicked on the letter A and clicked on the drop down arrow. We held down the Shift key and we clicked on the letter F. Now, if I want to size the columns, remember the vertical bar, double-headed arrow. Okay, vertical bar, double-headed arrow, and it can be here or here, anywhere between the columns. I'm going to put mine here, and I'm going to drag it to the right. I'm going to go to about 20, and you see how I widened all the columns. Then I said, oh, that's too wide, so I'm going to put my cursor here this time, just so that you can see, and I'm going to go back to about 12. Okay, that looks pretty good, but if I want to make it perfect so that the columns are just as wide as the longest line, then remember, I get my vertical bar, my double-headed arrow, and left double click. And now every column is only as wide as the longest line. Okay, that's good. That's what you did from last day. We'll just click here and click off. Now, remember, we also added a sheet. So remember, this is to add a sheet, the plus sign, so click there, and you're on sheet 2. Okay, the first thing we want to do is go to Zoom. We want to go to the radio button Custom and put in 140 and press Enter. And here we put in, remember we did numbers. I'll start with 0. Then we pressed Enter. We put in a 5, pressed Enter, and we put in a 10, press Enter. Now to highlight it, remember we clicked. Check your name box, N8. Tells you exactly where you are. Okay. Now hold down the Shift key and click in cell D10. The white cell is the active cell. The two blue-gray ones are the highlighted cells. Now drag your fill handle down, thin black crosshairs, and you come up to 50. Positive. Now, if we drag up, all the way up, we will see the negative values, up to 35. All right, let's try it again, and we will start at the 0, so click in cell E8, check, make sure you're in cell E8, over here, and then we're going to put in a 5, and then click in cell F8 and put in 10. There's your pattern. All right, remember, click on the 0, hold down the Shift key, and click on F10. All right, now drag your fill handle to the right, and you see positive, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, grab your thin black crosshairs and drag back to the left, and you see the negative values. Okay, so that's what you did yesterday. You practiced with your numbers. All right, today now we're going to do something new. That was review. We're going to do something new. Click on the plus sign, and we're on sheet 3. And we want to go to View, Zoom, Custom, 140, and press Enter. Okay, we're going to put here, we're going to do a little salary, a little payroll. So first of all, in cell A1, I want you to key in name. Now watch. We're in cell A2, so I'm going to key in Linda, L-I-N-D-A. Press Enter. Now type another L, and Excel automatically completes the cell with Linda because it thinks that's what you want. But in reality, you don't want that. You want Linda with a Y. Y-N-D-A. And press enter. Now, if it was Winnipeg and you had a whole bunch of Winnipegs, you would say thank you very much because you want Winnipeg repeated. Or like Manitoba or any item that is going to be repeated. Now, this time, watch. I'm going to put in a capital L. And did anything come in? No. Why? Because the computer doesn't know whether you want L-I or L-Y. So I'm going to put in I. And you see it automatically completes with Linda. But this time, we don't want that. Okay? We want Lindy. So let's go I-N-D-E. Oh, I made a mistake. So I'm going to backspace. L-I-N-D-E. Lindy. All right, press enter. And so now let's try it again. Press an L, nothing comes in. All right, let's put a Y in. And what came in? Linda with a Y. But we want Lynn, so type N-N. So very easily, Excel will autocomplete for you if it can. Let's try another one. Let's put in Dawn, D-O-N. Now, this time I'll type a D. What do I get? Dawn. But I want the girl's name, Dawn, A-W-N. All right, press enter. Now the same thing, put in a D. Does anything come in? No. But if I put an O, I get Dawn. And let's say we want Donnie, and there's Donnie. And we press enter. All right, and now let's put another D in. Does anything come in? No. But if I put an O in, nothing comes in because it doesn't know whether I want D-O-N or D-O-N-N. But I want a U for Doug. Put in Doug. All right, press enter. And now let's put in two more names. I'll put in John. John and Mary. All right, watch here now. I'm going to press the right arrow once and note that I am in cell B12. If I want to move right to the beginning of that column in a hurry, I press the end key, E-N-D, the end key once. And do you see down here, end mode? Okay, and now press your up arrow and look at that. You are in cell A1. Very quick. All right, type in this time hours, H-O-U-R-S. And let's put in 40. Press enter. And then let's put in 39. Press enter. Let's put in 37. And now let's put in 40 for the rest of them. Now remember this one. You pressed 40. And when we click here in cell B5, how do you get down and fill down to the bottom? Remember, you could drag or you can left double click. Now left double click for me and it should have filled down to the bottom with 40. All right, press your right arrow once and press your end key, up arrow once, and you should be in cell C1. All right, now type rates, or rate is good. Press enter. Let's assume you get paid maybe 16.75. Let's try one at 19.8. You don't have to put in the zeros or the dollar sign at this point in time. We'll format that later. All right, and then let's put in 20. And then let's put in 11.75. And let's put in 12.50. And then let's try 20. Put in 20. And let's put in 25.87. And then let's put in 30. And then let's put in 40. And the last one will be 25.5. And press enter. Now, once again, press your right arrow. Press your end key, up arrow, and you're in a blank cell. All right, let's put in pay. Now, if you said to me, how do I calculate my pay? You know you worked 40 hours and you got $16.75 an hour. So you would take 40 hours times 1675. All right, put in your equals key, and now you click in cell B2. And you have to put an operator in. The operators in math, you know, are times, divide, subtract, and add. So we want to multiply, so we press the star. And then we click in cell C2. And note how Excel does it so nicely. It puts the hours in blue, B2, which is 40. You see your times, and you see your rate, 1675, in red, which is C2. So you press enter. And now click in cell D2, and what have you learned? Point to the fill handle. You could drag down, but you will left double click. And there you filled your amounts, just like that. Now, let's see here. We want to go to your tab called Formulas, and do you see Show Formulas? Click on it, and now you see your formulas. In your first one, do you see B2 times C2? Now click. You see B3 times C3. Then you see B4 times C4. This is called a relative copy because you're performing the same action but the next row. This is C6, but it's still column B times column C. Your hours times your rate. Hours times your rate, but the next row, row 7. Hours times your rate, next row. That is a relative copy. Now turn your formulas off, and then you have all your calculations. All right, that's where we're going to stop for today, and we'll continue on tomorrow.